A CMA, or comparative market analysis, is just a tool that's used to determine value. And it's important that you work with a real estate broker that has an effective tool to generate CMAs and to really pinpoint what the value is, because you don't want to go in underpriced and leave money on the table. You don't want to go in overpriced and see your property sit on the market longer than it needs to. The important part of a CMA in New Mexico specifically, New Mexico is a non disclosure state, which means that our home sales are not public record. And so Zillow and homes.com and realtor.com, what they're doing is they're using an algorithm based on active homes that are being marketed, how long they stay on the market. Okay. They're not going off of actual closed data. Their algorithm will get you pretty close for most standard homes that you look at: 3 bedroom, 2 bath, single level, 2 car garage, brick home. If that's what you're sitting in, you could go on Zillow right now and get within 2 or 3%. If you have any anomaly inside your home, maybe it's location, maybe you have like a little bit of a funky floor plan, or maybe you have a really high quality home, like your home is nicer than most of your neighbors. Zillow and the automated valuation tools are not going to pick that up because of the non-disclosure status. That's where you'd want a pro to come in and really pinpoint, what is my house worth based on my actual amenities in comparison to other homes that have closed within the last year. An appraiser on an appraisal will go up to a year back, but on my market analysis, I like to go 6 months back. And the reason is that if you're thinking about selling, if you're using a comparable sale that's a year old, by the time that house is on the market and listed, an appraiser is going to look at it, they're not going to see a comp that's 12 months old or 13 months old or 14 months old. So I like to keep it pretty tight in order to get within 2 or 3% of the actual value of the home. So having a solid knowledge of the market and how to interpret data and pass that on to clients, I think is one of the key components when you're interviewing a real estate broker. It's one of the most important things, is to come out on the market strong with a value that's realistic. Because a lot of times, even when you price your home, if you price your home too high, let's say you're lucky enough to get a buyer, somebody just falls in love with your house because maybe it has that it factor, right? There's just something about it that people really like. An appraiser's still going to have to appraise it at that price. And if the appraiser is good and you really do have the it factor and it has some really nice amenities, maybe you're going to get that. But most likely the appraisal is going to come in short anyways, and you're going to be in negotiations trying to figure that out. So it's important to have a realistic idea of value. And the only way to do that in our market is to hire a qualified professional that can come in and really analyze the data and give you the best advice for marketing their home in the exact point in time that you're working in. If you're working in the summer, it's going to be different than in the fall. If you're working in the winter, it's going to be different than the spring. So having somebody with direct knowledge of all those different market conditions and how to analyze property effectively is going to give you a real edge in today's competitive market. Hey everyone, Michael here with Absolute Real Estate. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor, like and subscribe below. And if you want more information on real estate and real estate investing, check out the links below, and I'll see you on the next video.